So, guys, I wanted to share something with you. I am getting ready to work out. I'm going to spend seriously 5 minutes. I know every time I say this, it goes way longer, but seriously 5 minutes. And what I wanted to share with you guys is I want to talk about getting to the root cause of Hashimoto's or autoimmune conditions. And really, when we start talking about root cause, that's kind of thrown around, at least in the world that I live within and what you guys are probably seeing too. People talk about understanding root cause. So how do you do that? How do you actually get to what is the root cause and root driver of your autoimmunity? Well, I'm going to tell you the best way to do it, which may not be available to everyone, but I mean, if you want to know how do you get to the root cause, this is how you do it. First of all, you have to, this is a 3-step process that we use. You detect the problems, okay? Detect. Number 2, you detect the problems. That's how you really do it. But the process to identify root cause and get well is detect, remove, repair. Okay, you follow me? 3 steps. Any doctor that you're working with, I've worked with and seen so many people that are doing muscle testing. They're doing all kinds of things that I'm like, man, there's not great science based in that, quite frankly. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but the fact is that muscle testing is not reproducible. You can, the muscle testing where they hold the vial to you and they press down your arm. And I realize a lot of people have made great changes with that. And but I'm going to tell you, it's not reproducible. You can get the best people in the world that teach muscle testing. You can have one of those people work on you, then you go to another person, don't tell them that you went to them, and they can check you and they'll get different findings. I'm just telling you, it's not that. So you've got to take an approach, and your doctors have to take an approach. First of all, it's comprehensive enough to search for the problems that you're trying to uncover. And then secondly, that is reproducible. So the detect portion, detect, remove, repair. The detect portion, that has to be reproducible. So it can't be just like muscle testing that's not reproducible. It has to be, quantitative data that we can reproduce. We can run a test and get quantitative data that's accurate. Then we can retest and reproduce that data or follow up at a later time and see if we're making progress. So there's detect. Once you detect, then you say, okay, now we've got this data, now what? Now we formulate a plan based on the information we have, right? And we formulate the plan that's specific to your unique needs based on the detection process, right? So then we remove. So typically that means remove food sensitivities, remove infections, remove environmental chemicals. And sometimes that also means that you repair, so it's detect, remove, repair. Part of that remove is to take things out. Part of the repair is to add things in. Maybe there's a need for nutrients that you're deficient in. Maybe there are hormonal needs that need to be supported. But so there's a 3-step process, guys. Detect through means that are reproducible. I cannot tell you, so many people are doing things that are not reproducible. I am fanatical about the testing that we use because it's it has to be good labs that have reproducible testing. Reproducible, meaning, because some labs, you can't even get reproducible data sending the same sample to a laboratory, to the same lab. You could listen, when I first started in functional medicine, I worked with other doctors, and we would share. We would pay for two tests, the same exact test, and we would a blood test, food sensitivities was top of our list, and we would send in the same sample. So one person would give blood, and we would send that same blood draw the same day. We would draw 2 vials. One would go in one kit, one would go in the other, and there'd be different names. They would go in, and a lot of these labs would come back with different results. Guys, if it's not within a 5% margin on those tests, there's a problem. So we focus on reproducible testing, reproducible. It has to be reproducible, has to be very, very high quality, have to be very high standards for the testing. So there's a 3-step process: detect, remove, repair. All right. Detection is really done with testing, right? The remove is based on the information that you gather from the testing, and the repair is can be supplementing and adding things in to help support the damage that may have been done from the things that you found, right? Whether they be food sensitivities, whether they be infections, whether they be environmental chemicals. There's several different processes that we want to take. So It's really important to understand that. That's an approach. Like if you want to get to root cause, guys, you've got to figure out what's going on. Now, let me say something. If you do not have the financial means to get the testing that you need to have done, then what do you do? What do you do, right? I'm going to tell you right now that the best thing that you can do is to follow a type of program or a structure of diet, lifestyle, and supplementation that has been proven in the past to work. That's what you do. And you see how you respond, right? A lot of people are going to see some improvement, but there are some people that just won't because their drivers are, there's too many things that are layered together, or there's just, it's not going to be feasible, right? So if you want to get, faster results, you get testing to detect the problems, right? So you can have a tailored program made for you. If you're, financially you don't have access to that, then you want to follow a program of diet, lifestyle, and supplementation that has already been proven to work. Guys, if you want to figure that stuff out, you got to make sure that your doctor, I've seen lots of different workups. People have come to us. I work with people all over the world, all over the country, and they have come to us with previous testing. And I am, most of the time, not impressed. And I don't mean the doctors are trying to help you as much as they can, but quite frankly, there needs to be a logical, scientific approach to trying to figure out what's going on with you. And sometimes I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe it makes sense to the doctors, but detect, remove, repair, detection with reproducible tests, and then everything else is based on the test results. Your program, your strategy, that's a very customized approach. And guys, if you're struggling, seriously, listen, if you are struggling to figure out like what's going on, but you don't have access to the testing, because listen, the reality is testing is if you do enough testing and you get the right test, you're going to spend a few $1,000s at least. That's the reality of it today in today's environment. So, but if you don't have access to that, then maybe consider doing something like, again, following a program that has diet, lifestyle, and supplementation approaches. If you're trying to figure out the root cause, guys, there's a lot of different ways to approach it. The best way is if you have access to get testing, you do the testing to properly detect what's going on. You use reproducible testing to detect the problems. Then you remove the problems found. Then you repair the damage that has been done by supporting healing of the different systems of the body, okay? Now, if you need help and you're struggling and you want someone to help you figure that out, you may be a candidate to work with me one-on-one. I work with people all across the world. We do Skype, FaceTime, phone. We can help you get testing where you are. If you're in the U.S., we work with people all across the U.S. to help them get testing done and put together plans to help them. So I just want to let you guys know that so many people struggle, and really it doesn't have to be incredibly complex. It does not have to be incredibly complex because there's so much noise today on social media. There's 1,000 different guru opinions. I'm just telling you guys, we are about keeping things as simple as possible. Like every single program I've ever created that's like a self-help guided thing has been the core thing I wanted to make sure was it's easy to implement, right? That's number one. And that it works and it's something that's easy to implement. So, we're all about trying to be simple and take a simple and logical approach to things. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps you guys out, and I appreciate you. I've got to work out because I've got to get done and get back to the office pretty quickly. Please do post your comments here, though, and I will help you out. If you're interested in the transformation community, guys, you just go to hashimotosdoctor.com/TP for a transformation program, okay, TP. If you need help and you want someone to try to help you figure this stuff out and do testing with you and work with you to formulate a plan unique to you, you might want to go to drbradshuk.com and you can check out application for care and what it's like, to work with me one-on-one. We only work with 1 to maybe 4 on the occasional month people though, because I'm teaching, right? I'm constantly teaching. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful day. I will answer your questions. Please do post them. Guys, I know some of you see it later. Post them, let us know. I will post a link to the Hashimoto's transformation community if you guys want it, but it's just hashimotosdoctor.com/TP for a transformation program. You can check it all out. But I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hey, Vanessa, hope you're doing well, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Hey guys, Dr. Shook, thank you for viewing our videos. I hope they help you out. If you want to, just subscribe to our channel somewhere here. You can watch a video that YouTube's actually selected for you, so hopefully it'll help you out. If you need any other information or resources, just look in the description. We've got links to our website, to our 9 lab test guidebook, and everything else that we do. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys have a great